let's check out the master bedroom and some baths. And I really love this office. I want to talk about it.
All right.
So follow me. Tell us some more about this room, Amy.
Well, I mean, we've had this furniture for probably 15 years or more, and I just keep reusing it. And then the art actually was also a piece I found in Germany at an antique store. We had cows in the pasture beside our house there, and so I fell in love with cows. And when I saw the print with cows, I said, I want that to remind me of our time in Germany. The Indian print over here on the dresser, that is the Klamath Indian at Crater Lake, Oregon. We lived in Oregon, in Klamath Falls, Oregon. So when I saw that print, I wanted that because of the connection we had to the place. The art or the photographs behind this dresser were all places that we have visited, and I took photographs myself. And then that's such a cheap and easy way to add art to a wall. You can get 8x10 prints at Walmart for $3 or less, So that was what I did there.
Turned out great. I can't tell you the last time I've seen a floor that looked this good. Mm-hmm. And this wood really brings everything out. All right, so in this master bathroom, one of the things that was going on is that originally you were going to hang these medicine cabinet type mirrors, and there was already cubbies in this room kind of built in. And so when we went to install those, we found out that the brick fireplace directly behind it wouldn't allow us the depth. And so we had removed that, and we had just refinished that wall with drywall and sealed that off so that we would have a place to hang mirrors. Funny, not so funny story. Drywall installer finishing out, slips, falls, steps on the old sink. Sink cracks. No big deal. We'll go buy a replacement sink, and that way you can use the top of the vanity again. We go to get a sink. Nobody's got a sink that size. Nobody has that depth, and so we'd have to replace both sinks. You can't buy a new sink for what the old sink size was because the way it would fit in there. So it went from going from drywalling a wall to we cracked this, and then we ended up having to put new sinks in, new fixtures, and a countertop, but we were able to preserve the vanity below it. Yes. So when we think about hiccups or things in the road and having to adapt, that's part of it, because one of the things that you were able to do is that most people, they literally will just lose their mind. You were very patient, you were very calm, and we were able to get it resolved. It might have took about 2 or 3 weeks longer than it should have, but we were able to get it resolved, and it ended up turning out great. I really love this clawfoot tub, and you had mentioned this was already here. A lot of times when people come into a home and they're remodeling or they want to make it their own, the first thing they have a tendency is to take everything else out and start new. There's a lot of character to be said just about this tub.
I love it.
It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
A lot of times people get overwhelmed by thinking I've got to change everything. And would you say it's a true statement that you don't have to change everything?
Right.
What are some things that are going to add your touch to it or your character to it?
Paint color, and that's easy and inexpensive.
Yeah, paint really changes a room for sure.
Totally changes the room. And then other things that add, lights. We did that. We added recessed lights to that room. The beams we added, things like that, that you can really change your room.
Yeah. And, one of the things that I think that often gets overlooked is decoration. Change the entire room. Like, for instance, whether it's light or even candles, throws. The pictures you talked about taking yourself. When you talked about buying photos versus making your own photos, the photos you take, they're always going to have some type of value to it. They're going to mean something to you. And so when you talk, it's like, oh, where'd you get that picture? It's like, I didn't get that picture. I made that picture. That ties everything in to your own special, unique touch, your own type of branding. You see, when you present those things to customers, are they willing to go that extra mile to say, maybe take their own photos or maybe do something that they never thought of before and go like, you know what, I would have never thought of this, but I ended up loving it. Do you get that a lot?
Honestly, most people already have really cool stuff. They just don't know what to do with it.
Where to put it.
And so that is really fun to me. So I remember working on a house where they just had one like big attic room full of stuff that had been passed on to them from a grandmother or whatever. And so I just helped on. I was like, let's just pull all this out. Let's look at it. Let's see if we can find a space in your home to make it work. Because if you're holding on to it, you might as well use it. If you're not gonna use it, you might as well get rid of it. And they ended up loving it. I did a great big gallery wall in their dining room with prints that they'd inherited. We used just different mirrors and things they had stored up there in various rooms of the house, and it worked out great.
All right, so we're in the office, and I love this room. There's something about it when I come in, it already makes me feel like I'm more aware. Also makes me feel very important and distinguished to be in this room. But there's a lot of decor in here. We had just talked about, I love the color choice that you did, and the colors that you used change the entire mood of what's going on. And in here, there's a lot of different decor. Your husband recently retired. Tell us what he retired from.
He retired as a colonel from the Air Force.
But he retired a doctor for the military, but his hobby is planes.
Yes.
He loves aviation.
Yes.
So we see quite a bit of those things in here, and then some of the stuff from military type based things. But I'm drawn to this clock.
Okay.
Tell me more about this clock.
Well, again, this clock came from the Black Forest in Germany. It is an original 1940s cuckoo clock.
So it actually coops.
Oh yeah.
Is it going to scare me? We don't have to turn it there. I just wanted to make sure that I was aware before it jumped out, because I don't want to have a heart attack here in your home.
Right.
Yeah, I really love that. I love it's very intricate and everything. I love this propeller.
Yes.
This collection of watches that I'm sure probably worked at one time and don't work now.
No, they all work. He
they
wears
do
them
work.
all. Yes.
So he swaps
He's
them
a
out.
watchman.
So
Yes.
that's where he keeps his watches.
Yes.
Then, right? He knows where they are at all times.
Uh-huh.
Show us this map over here and what these pins represent.
Okay. Well, before we get there,
Sure.
I want to say this map belonged to his grandfather who served in World War II.
Okay.
And so we had that framed for his office. And then his other hobby would be astronomy. So we have this huge telescope. And then this map I got for him as an anniversary gift one year. And then he has pinned the places that we have lived, and then the places that we have visited. And then these are where we're from.
Wow.
So
So everything tells a story. To say that there's conversation pieces in this house would be an understatement. And I think a lot of people may not even think about that. Am I decorating my house like you said earlier? Am I going to a big box store and just
Right.
hanging up stuff that's not mine?
right.
Or am I using something that actually means something, or there's a story
Exactly.
behind it that's passed down, not just from generations before, but hopefully to generations that come.
Yeah,
So,
hopefully. So my husband served in the Air Force, but his father also served in the military. His grandfathers both served in the military. So that, these are photos of his father, his grandfather, our son, all served in the military. And then this was his grandfather's unit, who served in World War II. And this also, so all these big long prints were of his grandfather's unit from World War II.